Why do some insurance companies pay so low? If you're in insurance or looking at the insurance industry, you might have been hearing that not all companies pay the same or even offer the same advancement opportunities or ownership. Today we're going to explore why do I think some insurance companies pay so low. My name is Colleen. I help people across Canada and the US be empowered around all things money, and I help a lot of agents make more money. So I'm going to explore today just some reasons that I think some insurance companies pay so low. Number one is they just never had to pay more. If the industry standard was to pay $100 and they could get away with it, why would they pay more? The thing is that old standard isn't good enough anymore. There are some companies out there like the one that I work with now that thought, you know what, maybe the corporation shouldn't be making so much money. Maybe we should be paying the agents in the field that are doing the heavy lifting the most amount of money possible. And they just kind of got away with it in the industry for a long time, paying low. I mean, lots of jobs are like this, right? If they know you can be paid 20 bucks an hour, they're going to pay you 20 bucks an hour, even though maybe there's other places that you can make double the amount of money. It all comes down to profit and shareholders and what they think is the best for them and their company. Number two, they have a big brother. Lots of times I hear companies say, we're backed by these huge companies. And really, what it is they've got a big brother or they've got someone with their hand in the cookie jar. Those companies aren't backing them, they're there to make profit off that company. They saw an opportunity like a venture capitalist company would and said, we're going to buy this company because we believe that we can take or scrape profit off the top. So they want to get paid first. They're going to take their 10%, 20%, 30% off the top. Their profit comes first, which means there's less pie to divvy up amongst the agents. More hands in the pie, more money, more less money to go around. And number three, um, they've built a system where the super builders make so much more money that they have to do it on the backs of agents. Now, not every company is like this, but when you look at some of these teams, some of these companies where you've got people making 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 8 million, I'm not against making millions of dollars, but when you look within their team and the next level of agent, maybe the highest paid person within that team is 100,000 or 10,000, or you have many, many agents within that team struggling to even make $1,000 a year because they're paid so low on every deal, that to me starts to be a problem. But how do you fix it when your company has been operating like this for decades and decades and decades? You really can't. So it leaves a situation where leaders have to make a decision. Am I okay with status quo, knowing that I'm eating well and my family is profiting? But all of my team is really struggling and I know that they could be making more somewhere else, but I'm just going to hope that they don't realize it. Or am I going to make a hard move and change to a different firm? We're seeing that in the industry. Some big leaders have walked away from $1 million incomes to go and rebuild it all over again with our firm because they felt like it was the right thing to do. They said to me, hey, when I knew, and this is how I felt, when I knew that my team could be making 2 and 3 times more money off every sale, how could I look a new recruit in the face and tell them that this was the best opportunity out there? It just simply wasn't true anymore. And once I knew that, it was pretty hard for me to keep doing the same thing and feel ethical about it. And so even $1 million earners say to me, I knew I had to leave because it was the right thing for my team. Not all leaders are going to make that choice. And to them, they're probably not a good fit for our firm. We want ethical agents, people that really want to see their whole team thrive. But I get it. It's hard when you've built a lifestyle off a certain income. It's hard to walk away from that, and not everyone will be willing to do it. So, a lot of companies don't pay agents that are starting out or within those teams very well because they reward the intergalactic superstars to such a high level that there's just not enough money left to go around. The other reason I think is just they think that they're going to continue on and everything will just be fine. A lot of them are just hoping that companies like us go away, and we're not. We are growing exponentially. That's why we've seen in the last year even a growth of, over 100, 200%. We had, 3,000 license or so when I started with the firm, and we have over 10,000 licensed agents as the time I'm making this video. So those days are over where people don't know any better, right? I don't know if you've ever been in a job where you're not supposed to ask questions about how much other people make. It's for a reason because you are probably making less than the person sitting next to you that does the same job and works just as hard. But they're hoping that you don't realize that and they can continue underpaying you. But with the advent of internet, heck, you're watching this somewhere from I don't know where, not in my town probably, but you're watching this and you're learning that there is options out there where you can make so much more, where you can have ownership from day one. You can still have the support and you can still have all the good things that go along with that builder model, but you can just make sure that you and your team are making what you deserve for that upfront work. You can start to say yes to the extras so much faster. For me, when I moved companies, it wasn't easy. I did like my team. I had built some great relationships. It wasn't that they were bad people. They were good people doing good work. But unfortunately, it just wasn't the best opportunity there anymore. And so I had to make a hard decision. I lost some friendships, I lost some relationships, and I gained some more on the other side. But it was emotional. But I knew that I couldn't continue doing what I was doing and feel okay with it anymore. I knew for my family, all of the reasons that we had started in insurance and finance, if I got paid 2 and 3 times more, I was going to be able to say yes to those things so much more quickly. So when I had started in insurance, my goal was to retire my husband from our other business. We had built an automotive business that, I didn't want to do for the rest of my life. But, we made more money, we spent more money, we made more money, we spent more money. I was like, what else can I do? A job was not an option. I looked at real estate and, it gave me some more freedom of time, which I really wanted because when we started our automotive business, I didn't have kids. And I really, since I had them, wanted to be with them. So I wanted something that would give me more freedom of time. So real estate kind of would do that. But I realized that, if someone wanted to write a deal Sunday night and I was hanging out with my kids, I would have to tell my kids I gotta go write that deal, right? So real estate was kind of better, but not quite. And so when I really looked at finance and I saw the high income potential on every sale, when I saw the residual income that comes with finance, I really wanted to build in that environment. And so we started our finance business with this goal to leave the automotive business. But for whatever reason, I just wasn't able to make that income goal in the original company that I was with. Not that they were bad people, it was just maybe not a great system or a great pay model anymore. And so I moved and I was immediately able to leave that other business. I was immediately able to start taking those vacations that we wanted to go on. I was immediately able to start doing all of those things that originally made me start this finance business. It made a huge difference for me. It made a huge difference for my team. So those are some of the reasons why a company might not be paying their agents what they're worth or what another company might pay them. If you're an agent or you're looking at becoming an agent, you can click the link below and see an open, transparent overview of our compensation model, our advancement model, and how you can start to build a residual income business in finance with our team.